Hi there, I'm into CSU Student Ambassador Jia Wei. With it being October, I thought it would be fun to show you how to carve a pumpkin for Halloween. First, you'll need to get yourself a pumpkin. Let's head on in to the pumpkin patch and pick out a pumpkin together. I highly recommend you to visit a local pumpkin patch if you are able to. It was my first time at a pumpkin patch, and I had a lot of fun walking around and picking my own pumpkin even though it was a very windy day. As you can see here, the pumpkins are priced by size. Other than pumpkins for carving, the local patch that I visited also sells a variety of squash gourds and pumpkins. I ended up buying a cooking pumpkin for myself and made roasted pumpkin for dinner. There's also a haunted shack and small indoor haunted maze at the patch. I found this beautiful multicolored corn that works perfect for fall decoration. After spending some time walking around the pumpkin patch, I finally found the perfect pumpkin for me. When picking a pumpkin for carving, always look for a pumpkin that has a deep orange color. Make sure to look for a smooth surface and avoid bruised pumpkins. Now that we have our pumpkin, let's head home and get carving.
Wait a minute. If you want to show them how to carve a pumpkin, you should let the expert talk. I am a pumpkin after all. But first, let's put on a mask. Here are some tools that you'll need before you get started. We have a couple different sizes knives and spoons, a bowl for the scrapings, and of course a Sharpie to draw your pumpkin design. If you have one, a serrated knife would work better for pumpkin carving. Before you start carving, pick a side with no visible blemishes or bumps to be the front of your pumpkin. The next step will be to cut a lid. You can use a smaller serrated knife for this. You don't want to make the cut completely vertical. Instead, cut at a 45-degree angle. This will prevent the lid from falling into the pumpkin when the cut is complete. Also, make sure that you don't go too close to the stem. The opening should be big enough for you to reach in with your tools to scoop out the insides. Once you find the angle that you want, cut around the pumpkin. Make sure to plan out your few final cuts to get a perfect circle. Once you're done, you might need to use a bigger knife to loosen the lid. Pop open the lid once you're done. Now it's time to remove the filling. We're gonna start with the lid. You'll need to use a small metal spoon to scrape the seeds and pulp off the lid. After the lid is all clean, you can move on to the pumpkin. Use the same scraping motion to remove the insides and place the seeds and pulp in the bowl. Make sure you're scraping the pumpkin as clean as you can so the seeds and pulp don't drip on your candle later on. Now let's draw the design on your pumpkin. For a traditional look, you can use a Sharpie and draw your design freehand like she's doing. If you want a more intricate design, you can always go on the internet, find a pattern that you like, and trace it onto your pumpkin. Time to start carving. Different from the lid, make sure you cut straight in this time to get a clean design. Do not cut with an angle. You should be able to pop out the pieces after you carve along the lines. Now let's take our carved pumpkin outside. Get a tea candle, wait for it to get dark, and light up your pumpkin. That's all I have for you. Hope you'll give it a try and carve yourself a spooky pumpkin this Halloween. Thanks for watching and happy Halloween!